Dear everyone, pada kesempatan kali ini kita akan bahas tentang skill 2. It is about objects of prepositions. Let's check it out. Apa yang disebut dengan an objects of a prepositions itu? An objects of a prepositions is a noun, pronoun, gerund, a noun clause that comes after a prepositions such as in, at, on, by, of, and so on to form a prepositional phrase. Objek preposisi itu adalah kata benda, kata ganti, gerund, atau klausa benda yang mengikuti suatu preposisi seperti misalkan pada preposisi in, at, on, by, of, dan lain sebagainya untuk membentuk suatu frasa preposisi. Yang pertama yang akan kita bahas adalah a prepositions plus a noun. Preposisi itu bisa diikuti oleh kata benda. For example, in God we trust. In God, meskipun pada awal kalimat bukan sebagai subjek karena dimulai dengan preposisi in. So, in as the prepositions, God as the noun, we as the subject, and trust as the verb. So, God as the objects of the prepositions in. Next, to Tom's, celebrating his birthday is not important. To Tom's bukan sebagai subjek karena dimulai dengan preposisi to. So, to as the prepositions, Tom's as the noun, celebrating his birthday as the subject is not as the verb. So, Tom's as the objects of the prepositions to. Number 2, a prepositions plus a noun phrase. Preposisi itu bisa diikuti oleh frasa kata benda. For example, he is one of the stars in his class. He as the subject, is as the verb, of as the prepositions, the stars as the noun phrase, in as the prepositions, his class as the noun phrase, the stars as the objects of the prepositions of, his class as the objects of the prepositions in. Next, after his exams, he will have a trip by a unique ship. After the prepositions, his exams as the noun phrase, he as the subject, will have as the verb, a trip as the object, by the prepositions, a unique ship as the noun phrase, his exams as the objects of the prepositions after, a unique ship as the objects of the prepositions by. Number 3, a prepositions plus an objects pronouns. Preposisi itu bisa diikuti oleh kata ganti objects. For example, for him, this homemade cake is made. First, the prepositions, him as the object pronouns, this homemade cake as the subject, is made as the verb. So, him as the objects of the prepositions for. The next example, to you, this package is sent by us. To as the prepositions, you as the objects pronouns, this package is the subject, is sent as the verb, by as the prepositions, us as the object pronouns, so you as the objects of the prepositions to, us as the objects of the prepositions by. Number 4, a prepositions plus a gerund or gerund phrase. Preposisi itu bisa diikuti oleh gerund atau frasa gerund. For example, by singing, he can reach his success. By as the prepositions, singing as gerund, he as the subject, can reach as the verb, his success as the objects, singing as the objects of the prepositions by. The next example, for doing my thesis, I need to observe many people. First, the prepositions. Doing my thesis as the gerund phrase, as the subject, need as the verb, many people as the object. So, doing my thesis as the objects of the prepositions for. Number 5, a prepositions plus a noun clause. Preposisi itu bisa diikuti oleh klausa benda. For examples, we are responsible for what we have done. We as the subject, I as the verb. First, the prepositions, what we have done as the noun clause. So, what we have done as the objects of the prepositions for. Next, they are thinking of how they can reach their dreams. They as the subject, are thinking as the verb, of as the prepositions, how they can reach their dreams as the noun clause. So, how they can reach their dreams as the objects of the prepositions of. Take a look at the following examples. Yang manakah subjects-nya, the objects of the prepositions, dan verb-nya. The trip to the islands on Saturday will last for 3 hours. The trips as the subject. Okay. Kemudian di sini ada a preposition to, kemudian noun phrase, prepositions, nouns. Di sini ada verb. Okay. Kemudian di sini ada for prepositions, 3 hours, noun phrase. So, the island as the objects of the prepositions to, Saturday as the objects of the prepositions on, and 3 hours as the objects of the prepositions for. Okay. Jadi, the trip as the subjects, the islands as the objects of the prepositions, Saturday as the objects of the prepositions, and 3 hours as the objects of the prepositions. The next example, by 1870, over 30 nations blah 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 postage stamps. Di sini, by 1870, an objects of the prepositions, over 30 nations as the subject. Okay, dan di sini belum ada verbnya, berarti tugas kita adalah mencari verb. Yang manakah dari pilihan jawabannya yang bisa menjadi verb? The issue di sini bukan verb. The issuing ini adalah verb. Kemudian issuing tanpa to be atau tanpa helping verb bukan verb. Kemudian the issued bukan verb. So the only verb is were issuing, dan di sini sudah cocok dengan over 30 nations plural. So B is the best answer. Example 2. To Mike blah 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 was a big surprise. To Mike, okay, di sini adalah sebagai the objects of the prepositions. Okay. Kemudian di sini belum ada subjeknya. Okay. Dan sudah ada verbnya. Tugas kita adalah mencari subjects yang hilang. Yang manakah pilihan jawabannya yang bisa menjadi subjects? Really? Okay. Bukan menjadi subjects. Kemudian the party bisa menjadi subjects. Funny, di sini kata sifat tidak bisa menjadi subjects dalam kalimat ini. Kemudian went tidak bisa menjadi subjects dalam kalimat ini. So the best answer is the party. Thank you for watching. I hope you can learn from this. Keep practicing because practice makes perfect, and see you next time.